brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the tackle is made on the return, but a penalty flag has flown, and I think they may be backing it up a bit. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. If they see under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. They sent the heat, but he gets it away cleanly. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. This offense has a first and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Running inside. It's Richard. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. And anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Good timing on the quick out. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Sends it back in motion. On the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Find some fresh air. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in?
Maybe a crease. 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
The short hands, it's Richard. On the move at the 30. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Run in the red zone. It's Richard. No room to run and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to fire. Stepping to the right. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Got enough for the 1st. Might have a chance. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Finding open areas. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Gonna run it. It's Richard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense lining up for a first down play. To throw, it's Hoover. Escapes the pressure going right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Hubs it downfield. Finds a man on the left. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he is a problem.
There's some room. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season.
He's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. He'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a crease. It's Marshall. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Find a hole in that secondary. Breaks a tackle, and he might go into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Underwood. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. Working that left side now. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown and cut into their opponent's lead.
The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Throwing, Underwood. Snagged out of the air. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he comes.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
And this one splits the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Richard. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Gain of 25 on the play.
And the Hoosiers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Now on the option. Keeps it on 1st down. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Chambers. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Under fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown, Indiana! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have, if he could have held on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Moving out to the right. He's out past the 35. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Underwood. He turns that loose down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Colorado taking on the number 13 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Buffs coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Underwood. Rushes on him. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This offense has it with really good field position. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! And the punishment has been extended.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing, Underwood. Completes it in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Trying to get behind the defense. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And here's the third interception of the night.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Makes the grab. It's Preston. Still running at the 40. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's Underwood to throw. It's complete on the right side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Bringing the heat. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
That keeps the score. Indiana 42, Michigan 16.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Scanning the field is Hoover. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
The Hoosiers are threatening on first and goal. In the red area, it's Beebe. And he's in! Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Michigan 16.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. What a grab with one hand.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by... Got a lot of room to the right. The 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Again, it's Underwood. Finds his target down the middle. He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Motion from the back. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. To the air, it's Hoover. Snagged in the middle, it's Becker. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with a big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Scrambling away. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Gain of 16. First down for the offense.
And the Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Wide 29. Wide 29. Straight on the end.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Off play action. Under fire. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job on the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking for a deep man. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. Pulls it on the option. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He's loose down the left side. Takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marsh. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Just keeps slinging it. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. To the air. It's Hoover. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Just a really nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? You didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front seven defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism, and they're able to stay on the quarterback's heels and force him out of bounds for a loss.
Makes the catch. It's Preston. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Indiana! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Michigan, 32.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Looking for space. It's Marshall. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go.
Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Might be calling a hot route. Underwood from the gun on third down. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it down the field. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Underwood He's taking a deep shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great...
Snags it and he's open. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.